Hello, my name is Sandy and this is the Sister Cousins Lifestyle Channel. Today I am super excited because I am about to start to unbox my Christmas items. I'm just officially starting my Christmas decorating series here on the channel. And I need to start with looking at what I already have, trying to organize what I already have before I get to shopping. So let me go ahead and show you the mess that I have in this door behind me. So several of you have asked, how do you store your decor? Well, you're about to see, and I must admit, it's a bit of a disaster. Let's see. Now, I'm going to preface this by saying at the end of every season, I pack everything away. I organize it here in this closet. This is known as my Christmas closet, as my grandchildren call it. And this is where I have my decor. It's organized at the end of the season. I promise you it is. But during the course of the year, several things happen. I shop after Christmas, after I put everything away on the Christmas clearance sales, and I buy things, and then I just throw them in here. They fit in where they can get in. I also thrift some items. I thrifted these months ago, and I just threw them in here thinking that I would use them at the Christmas season. You all might remember my sled. I did a DIY back for Christmas in July. When I got done with the sled, I just tossed it in here. So yeah, so this is what I'm dealing with. This is one of my storage areas that definitely needs some work, and I'm going to get it all the way together because I need to pull out things that I'm going to use this year based on the colors that I know that I'm going to use. I usually do like 4 Christmas trees, so this closet pretty much empties out during the season. But yeah, this is what I'm working with. And then also in this room here, which is my one of my guest bedrooms, I have a closet in here that I also use, and here it is. This was never supposed to be a Christmas closet, but it has become sort of like an overflow. So I have a lot of my, I don't know if you can see that, a lot of my deer. I've got some lanterns up there. Just some of the more fragile items. I typically just put those up here on this shelf and on top of this box here where I have my red ornaments. And that's how I tend to store my ornaments. I try to do them based on color. That way, when I'm decorating, I know I'm doing red and green or whatever, gold and silver. I can just pull out the bins with those colors. So that's the method to my madness, but it just becomes kind of a mess. These deer, I hauled these a few weeks ago because they put them out at Ross, and yeah, I liked them, so I bought them and I just stuffed them there. So that's kind of the gist of my Christmas decor. Okay, so we can see that's red, and then I've got cerulean blue here. And then down in here is a lot of my older vintage ornaments that I really haven't used in recent years. And these are the items that are on the chopping block for purging this year, because that's a lot of real estate that bin is keeping. And I can use that for items that, you know, that I'm going to be using. I probably will not use those items that are in there again, you know, but I'll go through it and make sure. Everything else in here I definitely will be using over the season. None of this stuff will be going anywhere. I love it all. And so, yeah, I've got this sled here that I always use. It's got a tree in it that lights up. That's super cute. I use that all the time. And what is this? This is a bell. This was actually on that sled, but I had removed that. Yeah. And then I've got my horns back here. Oh my God, I love those horns so much. Uh-oh, don't let me tear up anything, Lord Jesus. All right, so if you can see the horns here, and I can tell you now, those horns and other musical instruments will be a prominent part of my theme this year. Now, for this year, I'm still figuring out what I'm going to do for all of the trees, but I know that my main tree, I want to do hunter green and gold. Now, I can tell you that I have been looking already for the hunter green because that's a color I've never used before. So I've been looking for some ornaments in the color that I'm looking for, and I can't find them. All I'm seeing are emerald green. I'm seeing Kelly green, but not my hunter green. So I did find some, I should say, at the at-home store, and I bought, you know, some of those, but I can't find anything else. But I do have some ribbon that I bought last year, and it's not really deep enough, but I love this ribbon, and I got this for a really good price. This would have been $14.99, and I think it was like maybe $2 or $3 at Michael's when they had a deep clearance, and it is wired, so know that I'm going to be using this. And I bought a couple of them, so I won't need to buy any ribbon. And I do have some gold ribbon. This is blue. But I did buy 2 of the green ones, so it's in there somewhere. But I'm not using blue this year, so I can put this back, and I'll save that for another year. But green is definitely going to be used. So these are the ornaments that I found at the at-home store. They do kind of look kind of emerald on here, but at the store they did look darker. But anyway, they're a nice match with a velvet ribbon. So these are going on my main tree in the living room. Those are going to be my colors. So if I really don't find anything else emerald green, I'll probably be okay, because with my ribbon and I'm mixing in the gold anyway, it'll probably be enough. So maybe prices averted on that. I don't have to worry about it. For my tree up in my family room, I'm definitely going to be using colors that I already have, so I don't need to buy anything for that. And I'll probably do red and teal, which is what I did last year, and it was a beautiful tree, so I think I'll do that. In my office last year, I did animal print. And I had these trees, and I had this. That's how stuff ends up falling all down. You see these presents here, these faux presents. I had those. I had animal print bulbs, and yeah, it was really pretty. But you know, animal print is one of those things that you can give it a break for a year and come back to it. So definitely won't be getting rid of this, because I'll revisit it, but I don't think I'm going to be using it this year. This looks a hot mess, doesn't it? But believe it or not, I do know what I have. It's in here. I know what it is. And I really dread pulling it all out. And I dread the way that I did it after the year. I actually have a video after Christmas last year where I put everything away nice and organized, and everything was labeled and everything. And over the course of the year, like I said, this happened. So yeah. So I got to deal with that, but I do know what I have. That's the good part, is I know what's in here. Definitely will be using these again this year. I used them last year just in a base, but I really love those, and I can add some florals to it or whatever. But they will definitely be used, as will these stems with the glitter on them. Love these. They kind of make a mess around the house because the glitter falls off, but I love them, and I have several of those stems, so I will be using those as well. Don't need to buy any more. And I bought this, I don't know at what point, but they were on sale somewhere. I'm always online looking for clearance Christmas after the sale, and I may have gotten them like in either February or March or something like that. Months after the Christmas holiday, some stores will still have it on deep discount. So this is like a stem with some evergreen and some magnolia leaves, and so I definitely will be using this. I will either use it, because I bought a couple of them, but I will use it as a putting them together like for my centerpiece on my table, or I can put them in a vase. But definitely will be pulling these out this year. I love magnolias, and I really like the fact that it has the evergreen on it for Christmas. This is something else that I bought last year after Christmas, and these were like a couple dollars. They were marked down from $17.99. And there's several of them in here. I don't know why I bought them, other than the fact that they were a couple dollars. But I'm going to find a way to use them. You can put a little tea light, a LED tea light inside of them. But I'll find a way to use these this year, because I love the glow of Christmas with candles and things like that throughout the house. So I'll find a way to incorporate these, but I just don't know where yet. Now is the hard part, and that's where I actually have to pull the bin out. This bin right here has my gold ornaments, and I know that I need my gold ornaments out because for my main tree, which is my hunter green, emerald green, whatever it ends up being, and gold, I'm going to need that. And I need to see how many gold ornaments I have that I'm going to be using before I start to go out and purchase things, because I don't need to purchase a lot this year at all. I'm going to have a haul. Don't get me wrong. There will be a haul, but it just won't be a lot of items, and it'll be well thought out, and it won't be anything that's in this mess of a closet. Okay.
Now, I always want to know, am I the only one who has decor in their home that looks like this? I can't be. Please tell me I'm not all alone. I'm actually doing like a little inventory here because when I buy things off season after Christmas or whatever, I forget by the next year what I had. Things that I already owned, I know that that I've used, I know I have them. I remember those things, but things that I buy and just stuff in here, I forget about them. So if I don't go through this exercise, I will go out at the beginning of the season when things are on sale and start repurchasing things that I may already have or that I can already use, and I don't want to do that anymore. So that's why I'm doing this exercise of looking at what I have so that I can make a very wise decision when I get out here to these stores and I don't go overboard. I can stay on task and on budget.
This is something else that I found way after the season ended. And I got these from Michael's. These are from the Ashland brand. I knew then that I was going to be going with green. Again, they're not really my shade of green. But I got these. They had regularly been $35 for these metal green trees. Um, I think I'm going to try to find some darker green spray paint and spray paint them to get the color that I want. I think I probably paid a couple dollars for it, so this will be a quick DIY to get the look that I want. And I'll probably use these on a tablescape or on a shelf or whatever. I'm not sure yet, but they will be used. And I had actually forgotten that I had them, so good that I'm doing this exercise of kind of going through this junky closet to see what I have before I hit the stores. Another thing that I'll do as a part of my planning phase is to look for lights that I have, making sure that they all work, especially my fairy lights, because as I said, I love lights and the glow of Christmas. And so I like to use a lot of fairy lights. So I'm looking through to see how many I have. I want to make sure that they all work. So that I make sure that if I need to pick up some, I can pick them up while I catch them on some of these before Christmas sales. And if I have enough, then I'll not buy any. So another good reason to go through, check your lights, things like that, because there's going to be a lot of sales out there, and there's going to be a lot of things that are going to tempt you because they're so pretty and so shiny to buy them. But if you already have it or you already have enough, leave it at the stores. That's my motto this year. So I'm going to go through and do an inventory of all of my fairy lights. I actually did put my fairy lights in one spot. I just got to find out where I put them because I do have a lot more. These are probably some that I bought after Christmas and they just never made it to the spot where I housed the other ones. Show you this too, since I did have questions about how I store my items. And this is a linen closet. It needs a little bit of work now. It's been a while since I've done it, but I've got these baskets here that I keep my pumpkins in for fall, and you see they're pretty much empty, and that's because I still have pumpkins out in my home because the fall season is still here. So when I get done with the pumpkins, they'll go in there, and then all of my other pumpkin decor goes in this bin here. So this is where I store my fall items. I have this centerpiece here. I've got some more pumpkins tucked here, but that's kind of how I store my fall items in the linen closet. Well, y'all, I am officially overwhelmed. I am overwhelmed. Just opening this closet gave me anxiety because I didn't know it was as bad as it is. So I got some work to do because a part of my cleaning and prepping for Christmas, I want to get more organization in there. That can't stay like that. I don't know who went in there and did all that because I didn't. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed to my channel and you want to see how I bring all this chaos to some organization and decorations and all of that for the Christmas holiday season, as I said, I'm kicking it off now so you can see the whole transition as we bring it all to fruition. Be sure to hit that subscribe button if you want to see it. Hit that post notification bell so that you're notified each time I upload a video. And if you're a returning family member, thank you so much. You know, if you're a returning family member, that I always pull it together in the end. It may start off as some straight up chaos, but I'm going to pull it off. But I got work to do. Hope to see you on my next one. Bye-bye.